Hello, folks, and welcome to the MegaMets Podcast 133. Tonight, we predict Noah's Junior Grand Prix tournament. Thank God this is a singles elimination tournament.
Yeah, it is.
16 men, 5 shows. I don't know what the winner will get, but if I had to guess, winner gets a GHC Jr Heavyweight title shot in the Budokan on January 1st.
Looks like we're starting with the first one on November 8th.
Right. Participants for this tournament. And I do want to stress, this is about as infrequent and inconsistent as New Japan's Super J Cup. Anyway, participants are from New Japan, Hiromu Takahasi, who is the current GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion, AMAKUSA, DAGA, All Rebellions, Alejandro and Kai Fujimura, Team 2000X, Tadasuke, HAYATA, co-holder of the GHC Junior Tag Championships, Daiki Odashima, Black Mensore, Shuji Kondo, Junta Miyawaki, Eita, DAGA, the other half of the Junior Tag Champs. I skipped him by accident.
Go figure.
Yuto, Kikuchi, and Hayata being of the Passionate RATELS. From Pro Wrestling Freedom's F-Swag, Jun Masaoka, and Hajime Ohara from Team Noah.
Interesting.
We kick it off on night one with, if I had to guess, Fujimura versus Miyawaki.
This might prove to be an interesting fight, to say the least.
Especially when you got two of the youngest guys in the Noah Junior ranks.
They're young and they got a lot of potential.
The only difference between the two is that Miyawaki has actually won Junior Heavyweight Gold. Granted, it was the tag titles earlier this year, but he still won them.
But now he's ready for singles gold.
Fujimura, on the other hand, is desperate for some form of gold. So I think I'll give it to him.
I will most likely do the same as well. Next up in the first round, Shuji Kondo versus Black Mensore.
To play this up, I'll play the opposite of the last match and go with the more experienced Kondo.
I'm picking Mensore. Why not throw a bone and see how this plays out?
Next up is high flying at its best. Ninja Mack versus Alejandro. Ninja Mack, no stranger to Pro Wrestling Noah, former GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion at the tail end of 2022, and former GHC Hardcore Champion.
Alejandro, that might be fun.
Still craving gold. Now, I get why a lot of wrestling critics despise Ninja Mack. They view him as a spot monkey.
Yeah.
I don't blame that. I don't blame them for that perspective of him. But he is fairly good from what I've been able to catch of him.
Yeah.
In Noah, Game Changer, and in New Japan during the BOSJ the last couple of years.
Indeed.
Guess I'm no turn back. I'm betting on the Mack.
I'm also betting on the Mack.
And so, then the main event.
The last one.
Go ahead.
The last one. Hiromu Takahashi versus Daiki Odashima.
Odashima wants to prove he can be one of the top dogs. But if you ask me, does he get that opportunity? Fighting Hiromu, yes. Beating him, no.
Of course.
Moving on to the 9th, Sunny Voyage in the Espoir Isanuma venue in Saitama.
Yep, November 9th, Sunny Voyage 2025.
A battle between two members of the Passion RATELS, Hayata versus Yuto Kikuchi.
Oh, this will be a fun one.
I am a little disturbed by that look on Kikuchi's face. Are you?
You and me both.
I say Hayata gives him a headache.
I have to agree with you there.
You're up.
Okay, next up, Eita versus Ohara Hajime.
Fresh off his failed attempt at winning the rescuing the GHC Jr Heavyweight title, Eita will now have to work for for another opportunity at Hiromu. Ohara, on the other hand, has been at the top of the mountain in the junior division a few times in the past, but he's mostly a tag team wrestler.
No surprise there.
Most of the time, he was paired with either the now retired Daisuke Harada or with Atsushi Kotoge, who I think is on the shelf last I checked. Having said that, they've been pushing Eita further up the card and Ohara further down it, from what I've been able to see. I mean,
which is kind of a disappointment.
They slapped Ohara in Team Noah. This was after he bounced around from 22 to 25, first from the Noah Sekigun unit, then joined to joining Congo, then having that disband in 2024. I mean, either 23 or 24, and now he's with Team Noah.
Yep.
Well, I'll be honest, it's been the butt of the biggest joke because they're basically the representation of Pro Wrestling Noah's OGs, the really old guard.
Wow.
I'm going to give this to Eita.
I'm also giving it to Eita. Next up,
AMAKUSA versus Jun Masaoka. Now, like I said, he's from a group called F-Swag over in Pro Wrestling Freedoms, which, while it does have its technical-based wrestlers, is one of the most recognized deathmatch promotions on the Japanese circuit alongside Big Japan Wrestling. I mean, one of the most infamous matches from that promotion was the finals of a deathmatch tournament they had back in 2012. Masada versus Jun Kasai in a gusset plate and glass plane no canvas death match. The ring canvas had been taken away, so all you saw was the floorboards. You had gusset plates, glass panes. It was disgusting.
God damn.
And for those who don't know what a gusset plate is, it's a sheet of metal with spikes that's used for support for construction support.
Wow. Just wow.
AMAKUSA has to be on his guard. Having said that, I'm going to pick him to win this.
That's fair. I'm picking Jun Masaoka.
Fair enough.
Now the last one, the main event, DAGA versus Tadasuke.
For DAGA, as to why he left Team 2000X, he was basically getting sick of all the run-ins, beatdowns, blatant interference, disqualifications, pre and post, mid and post-match assaults, and doing it to someone like Odashima didn't really sit right with him. So he lashed out. This did not sit well with Ozawa, Segura, Yoshitatsu, or Tadasuke or Kitamiya. Which led to them basically getting removed from the group.
Yikes.
On that note, I'll give this to Tadasuke because if he wins this, even if he doesn't win the tournament, he gets the next best thing. A GHC Junior Tag Title shot. The question is, who's he going to lure over to be his partner?
Not sure.
Now move over to schedule.
Next up is in the 15th from Osaka.
First day. That one will be live on Wrestle Universe. The one in Saitama will be released at a later date. Yeah, Wrestle Universe has this weird feeling with the thing with their house shows where sometimes they'll air it days after they occur.
Yeah.
Or with all their promotions.
And this one is basically who wins in the second round.
Right. Winner of Eita and Ohara versus the winner of Hayata versus Kikuchi. We have Eita against Hayata, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to say Hayata. I mean, he and Eita can't really stand each other all that much. I mean, it was from the time that Eita, after Paris del Mal de Japón, disbanded in 2022, and Eita briefly joined the faction of Stinger, and both of them got ousted from the group a little less than a year later by Yoshinari Ogawa and a few others. Or maybe it was Eita that got ousted, but I don't remember. But the point is, ultimately, a year later, Stinger disbanded and then reformed into the Passionate RATELS, while Eita was basically stuck in the core unit.
Mm-hmm.
And with no place to call home. I'm going to give this to HAYATA.
I'll also give it to HAYATA.
And we both have Hiromu against Ninja Mack, correct?
Yep.
I mean, if it's Alejandro who faces Hiromu, I don't care either way. But I'm going to say I say Mack wins it so he can get a GHC Jr Heavyweight title match.
Indeed.
Moving on to the 18th. I think.
No, this is the 16th.
16th, right. It'll be available on a later date. Same building.
We're now in day 2.
Right.
This one's involved in the second round. The winner of Kondo Shuji versus Black Mensore against the winner of Junta Miyawaki and Kai Fujimura.
I have Kondo, you have Mensore, and we both have Miyawaki.
Yep.
For me, I'm going to go Junta.
Funny. Who did we win? I went with Kondo, so I'm picking Kondo on that one.
No, I picked Kondo. You picked Mensore.
Oh, yeah. I'm picking Mensore.
Fair enough. Tadasuke versus AMAKUSA.
I picked Tadasuke.
I'll go.
So knowing AMAKUSA, who knows how that's going to go.
True. Finally, the semifinals and finals, which will take place June 21st at Crossover in the Miyagi Sendai Sun Plaza.
Yep, and there's actually going to be 2 semifinal matches.
Hold on.
No, you're still going at this.
No, it put me on the wrong date for one reason. There we go. Now we got it. Here it is. Winner of the matchup of match 2 on November the 15th, which was Hiromu versus Ninja Mack. We both went with the Mack, taking on the winner of DAGA of Tadasuke versus AMAKUSA. You went Tadasuke, I went AMAKUSA.
Yep.
I'm going to give this to the Mack.
Fair. I'll also give it to the Mack. Now we move on to the second one,
which was the winner of Miyawaki and Miyawaki and HAYATA against.
Yeah, unfortunate.
HAYATA. Damn it. Who was the second 11-15?
This is why stuff like this can be a pain at times.
Yeah. Who'd you have for the second match of 11-16? Main matchup.
Let me check. This is why you having to predict this is absurd.
That's why I hate doing tournaments.
I hate it too. But you insisted that we make promotions. Which one is it? The first or the second round?
First match is the main event.
First match, Tadasuke against AMAKUSA, and I went with Tadasuke.
I went with AMAKUSA, and the winner of the first match in 11-15.
Yep.
That was what was that? No, it wasn't DAGA. Who would he be facing? Winner of second round, 11-15-1.
11-15-1. Then that one was, we should have written all this down. Basically, the first match of the second round. I
Yeah,
think it was Eita versus Hayata.
right. I went Eita. I mean, we both went Hayata. I'll give Hayata the win here.
I'll probably do the same.
And then the final, Hayata versus AMAKUSA. Versus the Mack. Versus AMAKUSA. I am taking for you and for me. And Hayata against the Mack. I'm taking Hayata.
Fair enough. I'm also doing the same with it.
In any case, that's it for tonight's show. Next on our docket will be within a couple of weeks. Probably going to be New Japan's World Tag League predictions.
That's next week, isn't it?
Or the week after. We'll have to predict. Probably the 19th is when we'll predict it.
Fair enough.
And then from the 21st is AEW. We predict AEW Full Gear. And then we wrap up the month on November 28th with Survivor Series. I'm not going to WrestleCade this year.
That's pretty fair.
Comment, like, share, and subscribe. We are the MegaMets podcast, available on the Hardcore Sports Network and Aboriginal Sports Networks. Goodbye and good night. Bang.
Bang.
See you next week. See you in a couple of weeks.
Right. See you then.